Recently, I collaborated with GoblinTechKeys to design a sushi-themed keyboard, a project that not only aligns with my brand, but it also opens up new opportunities for me in ways that I never expected. But I only got here because I'd learned a critical lesson. Not every opportunity is the right opportunity. And in today's video, while I walk you through the process of designing this keyboard, I want to share how saying no has actually helped me build a more successful and sustainable art business. A few years ago, I had this idea that in order to grow my business, I had to say yes to everything. Every opportunity felt like a step forward, every collaboration seemed like a door was opening. But what if I told you that saying no was actually the thing that transformed my business? Why saying yes to everything held me back? When I first started, like many artists, I said yes to everything. Commissions, yes. Social media collabs, yes. Product partnerships, yes. I felt like saying no meant I was missing out. But here's what I didn't realize. Even if every yes I was saying was fully aligned with my business and my mission, it didn't mean that I had to say yes to it all. All of these yeses were becoming a distraction and stopped me from focusing on my business. Instead, I was spending my time and energy helping build other people's businesses rather than growing my own. The emotional and mental side of saying no. Saying no isn't just a business decision, it is an emotional one. For a long time, I really struggled with FOMO, fear of missing out. It felt like every time I was brave enough to decline an opportunity, I was turning away an opportunity for huge success. And there's the guilt. Especially when amazing brands or media outlets reach out, I felt like I owed it to them or to myself to say yes. After all, wasn't I working towards more exposure and growth? But over time, I've realized that constantly saying yes was actually limiting me, not expanding me. One of my biggest mindset shifts I made was understanding that every no is actually a yes to something else. When I said no to collaborations that didn't fully align, I was saying yes to more time for my own projects. When I said no to a quick cash opportunity, I was saying yes to long-term brand building. Learning to say no was really about trusting that the right opportunities would come and that I didn't have to chase them all at once. The reality, sometimes you have to say yes. Let's be real, sometimes, especially in the early days of business, you don't necessarily have the luxury of saying no, and I've been there. There were times when I've had to say yes to opportunities simply because I needed the money. I took on collaborations, projects, and commissions that weren't necessarily ideal or that I even wanted to do, but they kept me financially stable. And that's okay. If you're at that stage right now where saying no just doesn't feel like an option, I completely understand. It's a really, really tough balance. But here's the thing. While paid collabs and quick cash opportunities can help in the short term, they can also trap you in a cycle that keeps you stuck. It's kind of like being employed rather than running your own business. You are constantly working in your business and not on your business. And the longer you stay in that mode, the harder it is to step back and build something big. The collab that changed everything. 2024 was a year that I was actively turning down opportunities. I was really, really intentional about this. I turned down brand deals, media features, because I knew I was waiting for something special. This topic isn't about never saying yes. It's about saying yes to the right things, the things that can truly move our business forward. So when GoblinTechKeys reached out about collaborating on a custom keyboard, I knew that this was different. This wasn't just another project, it perfectly aligned with my business. For one, it wasn't just a quick commission or a one-time project. It was something that would allow me to create a physical product that I could own and use, something that reflects my style, my influences, and my love for design. It also aligned with one of my bigger business goals, expanding my work beyond digital art and into products to reach a broader audience. With this collaboration, I'll now have a product available in the US, generating income in a way that doesn't require me to trade my time for money. The shift, realizing the power of saying no. The shift came when I started asking myself, does this opportunity bring me closer to my long-term goals? Or is it just keeping me really busy? Once I started filtering out opportunities this way, I realized that some things, while exciting, weren't actually helping me grow. They were just distractions. And that's when I started saying no, not in a way that burnt bridges, but in a way that allowed me to be intentional with the work I was doing. Encouragement for any artist watching. If you're struggling with saying no or feeling stuck in a phase where you have to say yes just to stay afloat, I want you to know this. You are not alone. Every artist and business owner goes through this stage, and every yes you say right now is a step towards being able to say no in the future. You might be thinking, I've just started my business, I'm not getting these opportunities that you're talking about. But I promise you, the more you show up, the more these opportunities will happen. But don't lose sight of the bigger picture. Start making small shifts now, even if it's just setting time aside for your own work or saying no to just one thing that just doesn't excite you. You're building something bigger than just one commission or one brand deal. You're creating a business that should support you, not just keep you busy. And that starts with learning to say no to the things that aren't helping you get there. How to know if an opportunity is worth saying yes to. How do you decide when to say yes and when to walk away? Here are some key questions I ask myself before making a decision. Number 1, does this align with my long-term vision? If it's just a quick win but doesn't contribute to my bigger goals, it's likely not worth it. Number 2, is this helping me build something sustainable or just keeping me busy? Some opportunities feel productive but actually are just taking up valuable time. Number 3, does this offer something beyond money? Exposure, audience growth, and strategic positioning are often more valuable than a short-term paycheck. And finally, number 4, would I still want to do this if I weren't getting paid? If the project isn't exciting on its own, the money won't make it worthwhile in the long run. By asking these questions, I've been able to make decisions that feel good and move my business forward without the burnout. The moment I started making decisions based on alignment, not fear, everything changed. My business felt more focused, my work felt more meaningful, and I started to see real growth. So, what about you? Have you ever struggled with saying no to opportunities? Have you ever said no to something, then later realized it was the best decision you could have made? I would love to hear your thoughts. Please let me know in the comments and hit subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and stick around for the next video because I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the sushi themed keyboard that I've designed with GoblinTechKeys.